The Mystara project is proud to present Part 7 of the Black Coast campaign. In this episode, the adventurers are recovering after the loss of their leader, Berklai, to a goblin blade. The party returns to the dungeon underneath the ruins of Zenopus Tower. They retrace their steps to the goblin room where Berklai was slain. The party searches the beds and sacks. Triac comes to a shabby cloak. He searches it and finds a potion containing green liquid in one of the pockets. Triac places the potion in his backpack. In a sack on the north wall, Triac finds some coins. Next to the sack is a bed which the party decides to search. Under the bed is a small wooden chest. Ambil checks it for traps, accidentally triggering one. Ambil is caught in the gas. She falls asleep, awakening 40 minutes later. The party heads to another wooden chest in the southwestern corner. Ambil searches for traps, but does not find any. The chest does not contain anything of value. Next to the chest is a sack on the wall that contains some coins. The party heads to the southern door. The door leads to another door at the end of a short corridor. After the party enters the room, the door closes behind them. In the center of the room is a 6-foot-tall statue of a man. Examining the statue, they notice that it can be easily rotated on its base. They rotate the statue back to the east. A click can be heard coming from the eastern door, which they head through. Suddenly the party is attacked by 4 suspicious-looking men armed with short swords and wearing leather armor. Ambil's slingshot wounds an opponent. Saudara's slingshot then connects, finishing off the wounded opponent. Triac wounds an advancing ruffian. Timon's slingshot finishes off Triac's opponent. Abel advances on a ruffian, strikes, and wounds him. Astrid switches to her battle axe and slays a ruffian. Triac finishes the battle with a strike from his hammer. Triac and Abel gather up short swords and leather armor from their enemies. Both Ambil and Triac remark that these men were likely connected with pirates that plague the Black Coast. Four giant rats suddenly attack. Astrid switches to her sling, killing at range. Saudara follows Astrid's lead. Ambil's slingshot wounds a rat. Triac's hammer squashes a rat. Saudara finishes off the remaining wounded rat. Another group of 4 ruffians attacks. Timon's slingshot proves fatal to a ruffian. Not to be outdone, Ambil follows suit. A ruffian grazes Astrid. Saudara wounds the ruffian that hit Astrid. Ambil wounds the other ruffian. Timon's sling finishes off the ruffian that Ambil wounded, then Astrid finishes the fight in true Helmsplitter fashion. Abel gathers up the weapons and armor of their foes. Abel offers to tend to Astrid's wound, but she brushes him away. A robed man behind a work table in the southwest corner shouts, "Attack the intruders," to a warrior in the center of the room. The robed man then disappears through the wall behind him. Abel switches to his sling and manages to graze the warrior with his sling shot. Ambil hits with her sling. Astrid's axe connects from behind. Surrounded, abandoned by his friend, and wounded, the warrior surrenders. Astrid picks up the warrior's sword and tells him to take off his chain mail. Astrid then restrains him and takes his jeweled belt. The table contains scrolls, equipment, and ingredients. There is no sign of where the robed man escaped through. Curiously, there are 3 statues of men in the room. Astrid attempts to interrogate the prisoner, but he refuses to talk. The party approaches the statue once more. This time the party rotates the statue to the south. They hear a click from the southern door. They collect the key and head to the south door. A circular room contains stairs heading up and a door in the south. Suddenly a giant snake rears up and attacks. The party ready their weapons for combat. Timon yells for everyone to beware the poison bite. Abel injures the snake. Saudara adds to its injury. Triax's hammer connects, but it is still alive. Timon's slingshot finally brings the snake down. The party searches the room. Another snake appears, hissing. The party back away and avoid it. A secret door is found in the east wall. It leads to a 5-foot-wide corridor. Suddenly, goblins attack the party. A goblin wounds Abel. Triac wounds a goblin. Abel kills a goblin. Astrid hits a goblin. Then tragedy, a goblin kills Abel. Saudara hits. Saudara downs a goblin. Astrid hits with her sling. Timon downs another goblin. Triac's hammer takes care of a third one. Astrid hits the last remaining goblin. Triac moves round and kills the last goblin. With yet another comrade lost, the adventurers must retreat once more to town.